Tonight, the elder princess of hell herself walks the streets of Strickfield. Her name is Lucibella, and when she swears to protect Eileen Donnerly, every bully in town learns that there are things worse than death and demons with a score to settle.
What's that? You want to be scared? Come with me. You will experience tales of horror, ghosts, and death. It is not recommended for the weak at heart. Listen in the dark. It's more fun that way. This is Weekly Spooky.
Hello, my spookies. It's Wednesday, and you know what that means. It's time for a little spooky in your weekly. As we head into October, where we'll be giving you a little spooky in your daily. I'm your host and narrator, Enrique Couto, and tonight we take another terrifying trip back to Strickfield to meet some new and old friends. But before we get to that, thank you so much for joining us as we rev up to the spooky season, but please don't be fooled. Weekly Spooky is here all year long. Halloween is a state of mind, and you can celebrate it with us every Wednesday, all year long. So make sure you're subscribed on your favorite podcasting app, and if you want even more spooky in your weekly, head to weeklyspooky.com/join, and for as little as $1 a month, get 2 bonus episodes, as well as 5 years of creepypasta readings and exclusive audiobooks for you to enjoy. That's at weeklyspooky.com/join. And if you want to support us in a very direct way and that doesn't cost you a penny, just head to Apple Podcasts or Spotify and leave us a 5-star rating. It helps spookies just like you discover the show. Now, as for tonight, imagine a summer night in Strickfield, a lonely road, a girl in a fiery red dress and eyes that glow with green fire. She's no ordinary stranger. She's the elder princess of hell. When she promises to protect an innocent girl from a pack of bullies, the line between nightmare and reality is burned away. When hell itself walks among us, who decides what is justice and what is torment? We find out after this. A New Beginning by Rob Fields. I have been walking along this road in the heat for hours. Soon I shall reach the village known as Strickfield. To someone like me, this heat feels like heaven. I smile at knowing that this could not have been a better time to have left Ravenhenge. Within a few weeks, it shall be summer. I am observant of the glances that I receive from the mortals passing along in their metal chariots. I suppose that it is uncommon to see a humanoid female walking and wearing a fiery red dress with matching glass heels. Unfortunately, I could not just appear at my intended destination and utilize the closest of the 7 gates of hell, which was in Ravenhenge itself. I am finally crossing into Strickfield and soon reach the university. Mother had me learn of this village and surrounding areas. The dwelling where I must go is on the opposite end of this institution of higher learning. Many of the males attending this university look upon me. I sense their lust, but these foul vermin shall never come to possess me. They are most unworthy of the elder princess of hell. Upon leaving the university grounds, I stop long enough to close my eyes and moan softly. This heat shall be most enjoyable here in the mortal realm. I am confident that the summer season shall become even hotter. I have noticed that many of the mortals that I pass are wet with their own sweat. Such pathetic weaklings. I continue onward to the dwelling that I must reach. I could have arrived sooner, but Father was specific that I am to pass for one of these mortals and not use my unlimited power, unless I absolutely must. This status shall change once I have found the one mortal that I seek. Mother has spoken most highly of Eileen Donnerly during my upbringing. I look forward to finally meeting this mortal female who has earned both Mother's respect and love. She has also advised me of her older brother. Just thinking about Martin Donnerly makes me desire to end him most slowly. Or better still, feed him to my hellhounds back home. However, I am not permitted to harm him without cause. Upon reaching the Donnerly dwelling, I see a metal chariot stopped just outside. There are 5 mortals altogether in the road. 4 of them appear to have someone surrounded and are beating on. "Eileen Donnerly!" I call out. The 4 of them cease kicking Eileen and face me. A rather thin, ugly female glares at me. "Piss off!" The other girl, who looks pouty, points right at me. "4 of us to 1 of you." Eileen sees me and reaches out. "Help me!" I move to these vile girls and seize them both to slam their heads together. Once they fall onto the road, that leaves only the males. The muscular one points at me. "You just messed up bad, bitch." "No, you did," I respond, using mortal speak for the first time in many years. When the 2 males come at me, I grab them by their necks and lift them off the road effortlessly. I toss the muscular one onto the back of their metal chariot, making him shatter the window and land in the back seat. "Let me go!" the other male groans in fear. I would teach these fools a lesson they would not soon forget. But Eileen Donnerly needs me. I turn the male to the 2 females and toss him into them with a single hand. After the male topples the females, he returns to his feet and helps them to theirs. "Let's get out of here," the male yells. Now the thin, ugly female sees the back window. "God damn it, my dad's gonna kill me!" She turns and points at me. "This ain't over." Then she points to Eileen. "And we damn sure ain't done with you." I no longer regard them, and now regard Eileen. She takes my hand and allows me to assist her to her feet. "Are you hurt?" I ask. Eileen slowly throws her arms around me and hugs me tightly. "Thank you." I slowly return her hug. Soon we regard one another again. Eileen looks me over. To sum up my appearance, you could say that I am a near 1-for-1 doppelganger of my mother, Bella Taibon. The most noticeable difference between the 2 of us are that I have even longer blonde hair, which I keep in pigtails that unnaturally extend and hang out past my shoulders, my radiant green eyes to her red ones, and my large bosoms. Eileen regards me strangely. How do you know my name? I am with patience. My family summoned me here to find and protect you. I shall only remain with you if you wish. But who are you? And how do you know me? Eileen stammers. I am Lucibella Taibon, I reveal, and the history that I shall share with you is complicated. Eileen wipes sweat from her forehead with the back of her hand. It's really hot out here. Let's go inside. I allow her to lead me to her dwelling. Once inside, I am amazed at how much cooler it is. I have never experienced anything of this sort at Ravenhenge, and certainly not hell itself. I would rather have remained outside in the heat. Nevertheless, I am not threatened, since the cold cannot harm me.
Don't go away. Weekly Spooky will be right back.
After Eileen drinks some water, she regards me. Would you like something to drink? Not presently, I answer. We shall speak when you are ready. Eileen invites me into her living room. She seats herself in a chair, and I upon the couch. Now we regard one another again. I tell her the history of what was once her timeline with Bella Taibon, my mother. I explain the events of what had happened with Mother and how Hellweaver had deceived her into thinking that she was being offered the Second Chance Compact. As it turned out, someone close to Mother would offer herself in exchange for the final opportunity in the compact. Mother and I both know that this person was Eileen Donnerly. Mother spoke of Eileen's history, on how she was part of a revenge plot from those mortals outside. Her older brother Martin had taken advantage of that ugly girl, Courtney Rickman, who had become taken with drink at a gathering. When the alcohol had worn off, Courtney swore revenge upon Martin after accusing him of violating her. In the former timeline, those mortals had come to this dwelling to seek vengeance upon Martin. He was not here, however, but Eileen was. Courtney had her elder brother with her, and Biff Rickman both assaulted and violated Eileen. She became infected with a disease that easily manifested itself within her body due to her weak immune system. Eileen finds this difficult to believe, but Mother said that I must speak the truth. These events have not happened in this new timeline as of yet. Mother was explicit that I not allow you to be assaulted and violated in the way that I have described. Make no mistake, they shall return here tomorrow night, as I have spoken. I raise my finger. I am to remain at your side until tomorrow night has passed. From there, if you wish for me to depart, then I shall, without question. Otherwise, I shall bring you before my great-grandmother. Eileen points to me. So you knew what was happening to me out there. You knew to be there to help me. I did, I admit. Great Grams lives here in Strickfield and has powerful magics to be able to see across space and time, which was why she insisted that I could waste no time in coming here to you. Mother would have come for you herself, but she is currently undertaking a quest. She shall return upon completion of that quest. I raise my finger. If you doubt me, then I shall offer you proof. Your brother shall return home within the next 10 of your minutes. Eileen shakes her head. Martin said he'll be working at Mirren Automotive until 11:30 tonight. He shall return home within 10 minutes, I insist. Eileen sighs and asks me how I could easily handle Courtney Rickman and her friends. I am not of your world, Eileen Donnerly, I answer. Though I must call the mortal realm my home now, my birth realm is hell. Eileen seems frightened of me now, but does not order me to depart. I am here for you, I remind her, whatever you may require of me. Eileen studies me more. Why didn't Bella come herself? She shall come to you, I assure her. While she currently resides here in Strickfield with Great Grams, she also rules hell at Father's side. Again, she is undertaking a quest, which is why my family in Strickfield summoned me. The choice is yours. Once tomorrow's danger has passed, you may keep me here at your side or send me back to hell. Eileen remembers. You said you would do whatever I asked? Yes, my unlimited power is yours to command. Whatever you may ask of me, it shall be done. Mother wishes for you to be my guide here in the mortal realm. She said that you could be trusted to keep me honest. Just then, the back door opens. Martin Donnerly enters and regards the two of us. The fool's eyes open wide upon beholding me. Can I help you? His eyes move from my face to my bosoms repeatedly. His emotions convey his longing for me to become the latest in his string of whores. I am enraged and stand to engage him as he approaches me. Upon his reaching, I snatch his throat and slam him against a nearby wall. Dare to lay your hands upon me, mortal vermin, and I shall. No! Eileen cries as she takes hold of my free hand. When I regard her, she explains herself. Please, Lucibella, don't hurt Martin. I can't stand him, but he's the only family I have. I release Martin. Your sister still cares for you, to a degree. This is why you yet live. Never attempt to lay hold of me again. Martin regards Eileen as she explains who I am and why I am here. Now he displays a more dominant expression. I don't care what this little snippet says. You're not staying here. Eileen tightens her fists. But she will, Martin. Lucibella's here for me. She tells him about those mortals who attacked her prior to my arrival. You and your male kind are indeed fools, Martin, I add. You only think with your loins, never your brain. Was Courtney Rickman's flesh worth those fools attacking your sister? Martin points to me. Don't you talk to me like that.
You're not safe yet. Weekly Spooky will be right back.
Eileen becomes upset. She's right, Martin. I know you've hated taking care of me after Mom and Dad were killed. I never cared who you were with, sexually or whatever. But seriously, you took full advantage of Courtney Rickman when she was drunk off her ass, and I've got to pay for it. I move in between them. It matters not, Eileen. What matters is that I am here now, and no harm shall come to you. Again, my infinite power is yours to command. Eileen addresses Martin again. I've tried to play the loving sister and be there for you, but I won't pay the price because you just can't keep it in your pants. She regards me now. Let's go upstairs. I want you to come to school with me tomorrow. As you wish, I return. I accompany Eileen to her bedchamber, where she motions for me to sit upon a chair at her desk. Once she is seated upon her bed, we converse. Eileen wishes for me to continue accompanying her until the threat has ended. Mortal vermin like Martin is one among multiple reasons why I bear such hatred for males. The next morning, I enter Strickfield High School with Eileen. She could only educate me in so many details about being a high school student. Of course, I could not wear the outfit that I wore to the mortal realm. Eileen has provided me with one of her cheerleading uniforms. Because of my large bosoms, the jersey causes my midriff to become fully exposed, assuring much distraction to foolish males. Eileen brings me into the school leader's office, where I am to stand before Matthew Van Diest. The school leader regards Eileen as he points to me. Last time I checked, Miss Donnerly, this girl is not on the cheerleading squad. Now he regards me. You're not even a student here, so remove that cheerleading uniform and put some other clothes on. Normally, I would have enslaved him in hell for the way he has spoken to me. However, he knows not who I truly am, so I shall overlook this and resort to mischief. I give him a wicked smile. As you command, Matthew. The school leader gasps when I remove the top and throw it away. The other females working with him either gasp or speak of their God. I am ready to remove the skirt when Eileen is quick to stop me. "No, Lucy!" she shrieks. "Cover those up, quick!" I obey Eileen and cover my bosoms with my hands. I allow these fools to behold them again as I accept the top from Eileen and reapply it. The school leader gives me an expression that says he wishes to expel me. Instead, he groans and moves to gather papers. I would require Eileen's assistance in writing the needed information upon the papers. Fortunately, I listened to Mother when she insisted that I learn mortal speech, reading, and writing. To my irony, Matthew Van Diest has accepted me as a new student at Strickfield High School, in spite of my blatant mischief. "Lucy, why did you do that?" Eileen demands upon us leaving the office. "Did you not inform me in your bedchamber that your school leader greatly regards these mortal females' bosoms?" I respond. Eileen sighs. "You really don't know how things work here, Do you? I do understand the structures here in Strickfield, as well as surrounding cities and villages. I have not existed in the mortal realm long enough to know its ways. Have I dishonored you? Eileen sighs again, then smiles a little. I don't think the office staff was expecting what you did. I mean, Van Diest did enroll you. She puts her hand upon my shoulder. It'll be okay, Lucy. When we get to class, let me do the talking. At least for now. I stop her and raise an eyebrow. Lucy? I can call you Lucibella. She corrects herself. It was just easier to call you Lucy. We regard each other for a brief time. Then I nod once. You may call me Lucy. As we walk the hallways, many males regard me with lust. I can feel that they wish to lie with me. These underlings shall most certainly die trying. At lunch period, Eileen would later ask me about my hatred for males, my father being the one exception. Here is that history. Mother once brought me into the mortal realm herself. I told my parents that I desired to remain in hell and did not wish to intermingle with mortals. Mother insisted that I would have to enter the mortal realm eventually, especially if I was to become a ruler of hell one day. Father took her side and suggested that Mother bring me here at once. I trusted Mother, and I listened to her lessons there. In truth, I am certain that I shall come to appreciate the mortal realm in regards to its beauty and wonders. As for its people, there leaves much to be desired. Mother and I were walking across a college campus in the magnificent shore city. After Mother had shown me the view of the top of the tallest building there, we returned to the concrete surface and continued our journey. In time, we heard a mortal crying for help. Mother and I investigated and regarded 4 mortal males, college boys, looking to overpower a single female, for the purpose of forcing sex from her. Since she would not concede it, she would be violated.
Did you hear that? Better check the locks on your doors. Weekly Spooky will be right back.
If there was one thing that truly angered Father, it was when mortal males felt that they needed to make sure their female counterparts knew their place here. As far as males were concerned, females were never to have wills of their own. Father told me that females were created to be at the sides of males and not subservient to them. I think this was one of the many reasons why Mother ultimately came to love Father. He regarded her as his equal, his queen, but very few mortal males would ever regard females as such. Because of Father's teachings, I became disgusted with the concept of rape. Mother attempted to stop me, but I was too enraged to hear her, and unknowingly backhanded her. She flew into a nearby wall and was dazed. In my rage, I would ultimately break and tear those males apart, killing them. I relished being soaked in their blood when I was finished. The female that I had saved was most frightened and felt that I would also destroy her. Mother had revived and came in between us. She had used her glam to make the girl forget ever seeing what I had done. Mother brought me back to hell and explained to Father about what I had done. Father did not approve and ruled that I would never return to the mortal realm again. Mother would have her say, however, and proposed a counteroffer to allow me to be able to return to the mortal realm with certain conditions. Father reconsidered his ruling and specifically stated that I was never again to kill any living beings in the mortal realm, unless it was a matter of dire importance. That day would come when Father explained why Mother required me to return to the mortal realm. I would obey and leave hell to seek out Eileen Donnerly. To this day, my hatred for mortal males has never diminished. I shall never become bound by marriage or become subservient to a mortal male, nor surrender my body or my heart. Mortal males may look upon me, but they shall never possess the elder princess of hell. That evening, Eileen and I are returning home from cheerleading practice. The boys' basketball team would have a game the next day, and we would be required to cheer for them. How did I come to be a member of this squad? After that incident in the principal's office, Matthew Van Diest turned me over to Sandra Temple, who was also in the office. This woman informed me that there was an opening on the cheerleading squad and offered it to me. "You've certainly got a unique look to you," Temple had complimented. "Whether or not you remain on the squad will depend on how fast you can adapt." I laughed scornfully at her. "Oh, I shall adapt. I believe that I have secured my position on the squad with how easily I have adapted to the cheerleaders' configurations, including their pyramid. I believe that Sandra Temple was most impressed, because she has not released me from the squad as of yet. Speaking of the squad, I have been in Eileen Donnerly's company for a day's time, and I have already come to care about her a great deal. I feel that our bond shall strengthen further with time. As we turn onto the street where Eileen's dwelling is, I sense a metal chariot coming at us most swiftly. I glance over my shoulder and see that it is the same metal chariot from the day before. Those mortals kept their distance during school and have waited until now to return, as I had foretold to Eileen the day before. "Lucy!" Eileen shrieks upon seeing that metal chariot will easily strike us. Mother and Father entrusted me to protect Eileen Donnerly. I shall not fail in my second journey here in the mortal realm. I seize Eileen to me and stand firm as the metal chariot impacts with my back. I remain where I stand, still holding Eileen to me. The chariot, however, shall require much attention. The front has a rounded crescent from the impact with my back, as though the chariot had collided with a large tree to become damaged itself, but not harm the tree in any way. Eileen is most surprised at what has transpired. I release her and turn my attention to her enemies, who are now my enemies. The four mortals are shaken, yet they are not harmed because of their protective restraints. The four of them exit the damaged chariot. The driver, Courtney Rickman, points at me. "You are so dead, both of you." I laugh with scorn. "Make no mistake, You shall never harm Eileen Donnerly again after this day. I feel Aileen's hands grab one of mine. Don't kill them, Lucy. I shall not, I promise her. Mother and father would be most angry with me again, but now I consider how Eileen would feel, and I do not wish to know negativity from her. However, I shall make these mortal fools understand what it means to incur my wrath. The foolish children make the mistake of looking into my eyes as they glow with the brightness of hellfire. To begin, I take hold of the male known as Jason Stamen and set him ablaze. Truly, he has never tasted the very flames of hell. As he feels his body, his very soul burn at my touch, I release him. He tries to flee, but the flames shall remain bound to him. His guilt and sin shall continue to feed the flames indefinitely.
More scares to come. Weekly Spooky will be right back.
I look upon the other male, Brad Order, and stare deep into his eyes. He screams only for a moment before he realizes that he can no longer do so, as I command forces that literally grind his very bones into ashes from within his own flesh, while retaining his life force. Amanda Dawson turns to flee, but I appear before her. She shrieks with fright when I take hold of her. Now she moans in anguish when she feels herself growing old, to the point where she is so frail that a mere burst of a simple wind would cause her to fall over. Her fate shall be that her young soul be forever imprisoned within her frail body as her living tomb. Finally, I turn my attention to Courtney Rickman. She has such fear and anguish upon her face after seeing what I have done to her friends. She now begs the elder princess of hell for her very life. I am with amusement and laugh scornfully once more as I behold her. You sought to end the life of Eileen Donnerly. I point to her. Were you not the one who became taken with drink? Why do you mortals always push the blame onto others? Eileen did nothing to you, yet you would harm Eileen simply to harm the man that took advantage of you. You attack Martin Donnerly's younger sister out of cowardice, as you sought to do the day before. Now you shall face punishment for your actions. Since you seem to enjoy the pleasures of the flesh so much, I shall turn your own against you. When Courtney gazes into my eyes, her body becomes afflicted with the very disease that Eileen had become infected with in Mother's former timeline, on a much more advanced level. Courtney falls to her side with sweat, dark bruises, and large boils from her fever. She raises her arm to me. Please. I ignore her pleas and say to the fools, this is my final judgment. I stand and watch as their souls writhe in what would become their eternal torment. But remember, I am forbidden to claim the lives of mortals unless I should be presented with no other alternative. The fools are suddenly released from their trances. When they gaze into my eyes, I merely planted my realities for them within their own minds. Think of it as a greatly enhanced form of your technology, known as virtual reality. The fools literally experienced the fates that I would have granted them if I were without restraint, complete with the feelings of those experiences. However, I never harmed them in any way. "Let's get out of here!" Courtney screams in terror. I laugh when they flee for their lives. If I truly wish to find them, it will not be difficult. After all, how would you even escape from the elder princess of hell herself? Eileen approaches me. "Lucy, what about their car?" I give her a gentle smile. "Observe." I place my hands upon the car, as I now understand it to be named, and restore it to as it was, including the back window that was shattered the day before. The 4 mortal children shall be believed for fools should they speak of the events that they believe they have experienced. With all as it was, I turn to Eileen. "We shall go another way. Great Grams wishes to speak to you." Eileen trusts in me enough to accompany me to the dwelling where Great Grams and Mother reside. When the 2 of us are before the front door, it opens to reveal Anathea Taibon. Great Grams has many years, but her appearance is that of a mortal woman of 30. The elder matriarch of the Taibon family is a vampire. After being invited inside, Great Grams and I embrace one another. Then she regards me. "Thank you for bringing Eileen Donnerly, Lucibella." Now she turns to face my friend. "I suspect you want answers." Eileen sighs. "I just don't understand why I'm suddenly being protected by Lucy." She explains the events from the day before, when I first came upon her. "You shall have your answers, child," Great Grams promises. Eileen listens as Great Grams speaks in our native Taibon language. When she finishes, she caresses the side of Eileen's temple before finishing with our word for remember. Eileen gasps and looks around quickly. What? "I've restored your memories from Bella's former timeline, prior to her accepting the Second Chance Compact," Great Grams informs her. "Remember, Eileen Donnerly." Eileen regards me now. "Wow, I know you're not Belle's, but you look so much like her, Lucy." Then she is saddened. I really screwed things up. Great Grams gives Eileen her grandmotherly smile. "Perhaps it is we who should be thanking you, Eileen. Though we know why you bargained with Hellweaver, I have seen all in my mediums and know you did it for my granddaughter. Between you and Bella, your actions are the reason the Taibon family continues to live and grow. The only downside is that there were likely negative effects resulting from Bella's rewriting her history, and you attempting to rewrite yours to save her. But as for my great-granddaughter here and myself, we exist now and must accept that we do." I fold my arms in front of me. "You speak as if we are accursed, Great Grams. I originally died a long time ago, Lucibella, and you and your siblings never existed before Hellweaver was able to escape perdition." She puts her hand on my forearm. "Nevertheless, we must do what we can to prevent Hellweaver from conquering the multiverse, and it shall take as many allies as we can gather to even have the slightest chance of stopping her." I want to help too, Eileen offers. I watch as Great Grams uses her magics to examine Eileen. You no longer carry the disease which threatened your life in your former timeline. However, you still remain altered as a result of that vampire bite you sustained from an alternate universe. Eileen is with optimism now. Then I don't have to stay with Martin anymore. I can go my own way. I have plenty of room here, Great Grams informs us. In fact, both of you shall reside here. We can determine our next course of action while Bella is away on her quest. I unfold my arms as Eileen and I behold one another. It would seem that you and I shall become even closer now, I say. Eileen and I embrace as true friends. I suppose that Great Grams is correct. We would not exist in this time, or at all, had time itself not been altered. In the meantime, it seems that the elder princess of Hell must serve as a protector in the vast space that is the mortal realm. I know that I must perfect my mortal speak while I reside here. In time I shall be able to blend in perfectly among the mortals, with Eileen Donnerly as my new friend and my guide. I am feeling that I do not wish to return to Hell so soon. Perhaps I shall learn to appreciate the mortal realm, after all. Well, my spookies, looks like there's some new action going down in Strickfield, and perhaps we'll find out more in October when we feature multiple Strickfield novellas for your listening pleasure. So make sure you're subscribed on your favorite podcasting app. You're not going to want to miss this October. And also, this Friday, I'll be joined by Rachel Rodolfi to talk about the sci-fi horror classic, Event Horizon, a film that gave me many, many nightmares. So check that out on Friday on a brand new episode of Cutting Deep into Horror, right here at Weekly Spooky. If you want to support us directly to guarantee another 6 years of Weekly Spooky and beyond, you can head to weeklyspooky.com/join. For as little as $1 a month, you get 2 bonus shows every single month, as well as 5 years of creepypasta readings and exclusive audiobooks, only at weeklyspooky.com/join. Over 90 other spookies have signed up, and now is the best time. And speaking of, I want to say an extra special thank you to our Patreon podcast boosters, folks who pay just a little bit more to hear their name at the end of the show. And they are Johnny Nix, Kate and Lulu, Jessica Fuller, Mike Eschewey, Jenny Green, Amber Hansford, Karen Wiemet, Jack Kerr, and Craig Cohen. Thank you guys so much for your support. And if you want to hear your name at the end of every episode of Weekly Spooky, just head to weeklyspooky.com/join and select a support tier at $15 a month or higher. It makes a humongous difference. But now, my friends, I've got to get back to work. There is so much to do and so many programs to release this October, including totally free novellas and so much more. So make sure you're subscribed. For myself, for my executive producers Rob Fields and Bobbletopia.com, my producer Dan Wilder, and my composer Ray Mattis, I will talk at you later.
Thank you for listening. Make sure to find your way back next week. But for now, you are safe. Trust me.